broadcast. If you are in the East Coast, I want to say to you good afternoon and welcome to our broadcast. I am Anthony C. hosting, and I have in the house my man D. Flomo. We are having a very good conversation this afternoon for those of you in the East Coast. Again, the program you are watching is the Hour of Politics with me, Anthony Sier, as your host. Welcome to the show and do us a favor by hitting that share button quickly. We got a topic here for you that is so fascinating. We want to break something down for you so that your eyes can be a little wider open to see behind the political curtains so that you can be in a much better position to make decision when that time comes. Our topic is Ellen Johnson Sirleaf a political messiah or a political destroyer? Well, if you want to know why this topic, then I will say to you, of recent, she visited Unity Party headquarters and politics came about. There are people who say she should not have been there in the first place. So why are some people raising that concern? Whereas there are other partisans of Unity Party who feel that Ellen coming back to the party is a political plus for them. But we want to go into the political history of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Many people call her the Jezebel. Henry Pedro Costa call her Old Wage. Or Dave Jack call her the Irony Lady. And most Liberians call her the Iron Lady. Some people call her the political Lucifer. Many names have been given to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, but one thing I know, she is one of the fiercest political player that I know. Do I agree with her politics? No. Do I believe that she is a player who gets what she wants? Yes, she is that player. But who is Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? We will be going into that. Then, how has Ellen politics been able to unite or divide Liberia? Who are some of her political victims? Who are people that she play politically and trade? They should damage the political resume of other people, the political future of other people along the way in getting what she wants. Well, I have everything all packaged here for you. And the man D Flomo, sometime in the show, will be talking about the rampant rape cases that are on the increase in the Republic of Liberia. I want to welcome to the microphone my man D Flomo. D I'm ready. I don't know about you. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, my brother. Welcome to another hour of where we talk politics. So, quickly, fellow Liberians at home, in the diaspora. My name is D. Flo from Momodu II. I'm the lead host of Liberia Destiny with Debaters. It's good to be on the platform with you again this morning.
All right, the man D Flomo there. D is in a very serious conversation. We focus on Liberia for a possible partnership where we do things together to provide information for our people, especially on the line of politics, because D is a political guy. So, folks, let's get started here quickly in order not to waste your time. Our topic is Ellen Johnson Sirleaf a political messiah or a political destroyer? That is the topic we want to go into. Let me start the ball rolling. I think Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a political destroyer. She destroys to get what she wants. That's what I know. And in this conversation, I will be able to share pieces of information with you to show that, yes, indeed, Ellen has been a political destroyer. And so let us start with political parties that Ellen has helped to destroy. Well, if many of you are aware, some time ago in Liberia, we had the Unity Party. We had the Liberian Unification Party. We also had the Liberian Action Party. Ellen was instrumental in these parties coming together to form a single party. That was Ellen's effort, even though there were other players, but our understanding is that Ellen did play a key role in destroying or breaking down these parties to form what became known as the Grand Unity Party. And she ended up becoming the head of that Unity Party. Many of you are aware of recent. Vanny Sherman, who having to be the head of the Liberian Action Party at the time. You remember Vanny Sherman contested in the 2005 election as standard bearer for the uh, the Liberian Action Party. But Ellie managed to bring Vanny Sherman to Unity Party and promised him that Vanny Sherman, was going to become, a vice president. Did that happen? That did not happen. Where is Vanny Sherman today? His dream to become president of Liberia is destroyed. Someone would think that yes, Vanny Sherman was destroyed along the way. But the point about political parties is that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf destroyed those three parties, or two parties, so to speak, the Liberian Unification Party and the Liberian Action Party, to form the Unity Party that she became head of and then won the presidency. That's why Ellen Johnson Sirleaf did. But I don't know about my man D-Flow, but before D-Flow can come in, let me also share with you that Ellen also helped to destroy the very Unity Party that she having to be head of sometime, and then she became president. All right. So after Ellen Johnson Sirleaf 2 terms in office, anybody who have thought that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the party that gave her that political blessing for which she served as president of Liberia today, she would have been gracious enough to help the party in the 2017 election. But Ellen did not do that. More so, Joseph Human Bwaka, my man George Noble will call Joseph Human Bwaka Joseph Humbo Bwaka. I don't know where he's going with that, but that is the name George Noble calls Joseph Human Bwaka. Bwaka loyally, respectfully, and honorably, in my opinion, served Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. But whatever happened along the way, Ellen could not hold that, but she decided to crucify Joseph Human Bwaka. Maybe D-Flow is a testimony to that, even though he seems to be a big fan of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. But Joseph Human
Don't
Bwaka
even start
was
the
crucified.
conversation with that.
D-Flow was more like in the camp of Joseph Human Bwaka, so he can relate to the pains that I'm talking about that JMB went through. And what happened? JMB did not win the election. This is the very Ellen Johnson Sirleaf who is now coming to the Unity Party, and the some Unity Party partisans are seeing her as a political messiah. I think that when it comes to political party, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a destroyer. But I'll give D-Flow the chance to flow here, and then after I will share with you who are the individuals that have been Ellen political victims. D-Flow.
Thank you for your deliberation. And I want to say I completely disagree with your exception and your perception towards Her Excellency Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Africa's best and Liberia's best and political Maradona of this generation and the past generation. Let me respectfully say to you, I don't see Ellen as a political destroyer. I come from the class as a student of politics. Many people might think that Ellen is a political destroyer, but in political science, politics is interest. Interest is you put yourself in the middle of it first. You think about yourself, you put your country and come up with what you think you want to do for your country. So politics, that's how politics is. Politics is personal interest. Politics is also putting your nation first. When you say Madame Sirleaf is a witchcraft or whatever many people might want to call her, she is not a witchcraft. She looks at politics based on the fact that politics is an interest. And when you have an interest, you have to go with whatever you can do to destroy whoever is in your way in order for you to get your interest met or get your goal, your goal or goals. So many people in Liberia will see Ellen as a bad person. I'm a strong supporter of feminism. I'm a strong supporter of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And for that, I disagree with anybody who, even you can be my mother, I will disagree with you. If you say that Ellen is a witchcraft, if you say that Ellen is a destroyer of politics, I said to you, go and look at the word politics. It's a noun. Politics is a noun. So if politics is a noun, it takes the place of interest. Interest means your perception, your view, whatever you think is right, that's why you go with anybody who stands in your way. If you have to murder that person, you go for him to do just that. So Ellen is nowhere a political destroyer. She is the one that we all must learn from. She has the pedal. She knows what it takes to destroy people politically. And if I want to learn anything about politics, I look at Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as a role model. I look at Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as a player. I look at Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as a legend of politics. She knows the game. She knows how to play. And I will conclude on this note to say to you, my brother, don't be deceived. Don't be deceived to believe that politics is not interest. Politics is interest. Everything Ellie has done is based on politics. You can be my friend today. In politics are the United States. You don't have permanent friends. I don't have permanent friends in the media. You play, I stupid, I destroy you. I come after you, I go after you, and tomorrow we can sit down and visit. So that is what this is about, though. If politics is a noun, if politics is interest, I believe that's why on my post that I made on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, some people are angry at me, but do I care how people feel? I don't care. That's my view. That is my perception.
D-Flow.
Yes, sir.
Well, I made the statement and I supported my statement with facts to show that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a political destroyer. Yeah. You came to rebut and disagree with me, but I didn't see any disagreement.
No, but when you do a rebuttal, in my clear rebuttal, I'm telling you the meaning of politics. Meaning, it is your interest. So if somebody is in your way, your rebuttal is based on what she did in Unity Party, what is Joseph Imabwaka, what she did in LP, what she did to other political parties, what she did to personal friends. So I just decided to mount or congregate or bring everything to the table and say to you, that's why they call it politics. So I don't need to go and tell you, say, oh, this is evidence.
It was my time to speak and you hijacked me. So let me flow. You just made your interjection. You just made your interjection. I was trying to say to you, you tried to disagree with me, but you did not agree with me. You admitted in your expose, may I continue? You agree with me in your expose that whatever stands in Ellen's way, she destroys it. That was the word you used. Did you not use that word?
Yes, so and I say if I'm a politician, if I was a politician, I'd do the same thing.
Hold on now. He who destroys politically is a destroyer, isn't it?
No, it's not. Because if you look at the meaning of politics, which is a noun, so if the objective of a politician is interest, so how can you call that a destroyer? Well, it says interest. So when something is your goal or something is your objective, it's something that you set your eyes on to do, that is what it is called a noun. So politics being a noun, you have to do all you can. All right, even if you have to.
D-Flow, I got more facts to prove that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a destroyer. She has destroyed so many people.
Go for it. Go for it.
Earlier, I talked about parties that she helped to destroy. That she destroyed politically. The Liberian Action Party, one of Liberia's most talked about parties in the past, is no more. Liberian Unification Party is no more. All because of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf political tactics. She destroyed those parties, they are no more. I told you about Vani Sherman. Vani Sherman, I doubt that he will ever attempt to run for presidency again in Liberia. Ellen destroyed her politically. But let me also tell you about individuals that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf helped to destroy politically. The thing about the parties is a fact. Ellen stabbed the very United Party in the back, and today she's coming back as a messiah. That is also a fact that you cannot dispute. Her effort to not have supported Joseph Imabwaka is a proven fact that she did destroy the Unity Party at the time. The Unity Party went in disarray. Today, that decision by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf that divided the Unity Party continue to haunt the Unity Party today as we speak. And whether or not the Unity Party will be unified, maybe you should ask your man or George Lobo. But fast forward before you come in, let me share with you individuals that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf helped to destroy during her political game that she plays all the time. No wonder why you refer to her as the political Maradona of our time. Yeah, maybe I should agree with you on that one because she is a player. You are saying that politics is a game. No, politics is not a game. If you say politics is interest, I agree with you. But you cannot be trying to get your interest, and in your pursuit of interest, you have to destroy the life of other people along the way. That is unacceptable. But quickly, before you can come in, and I'll give you more time to defend this because what I'm trying to give you, I don't think you have the stomach for it. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf
when it comes to Madam Ellen Johnson
Sirleaf
about
helped to
politics,
destroy
I prepare
Are you
anytime.
paying attention? Because I want you to have,
Absolutely.
I want you to be able to defend this. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf helped to destroy Kwiwampa. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf helped to destroy Moses Dwopo. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf helped to destroy Harry Greaves. Are you not aware of how Harry Greaves got killed? Do you not know what Harry Greaves was saying at the time for which he got killed? I talked about Vanny Sherman earlier. What's about Charles Walker Bronsky? At some point, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf sought the political support of Charles Walker Bronsky with the promise that she was going to make him to serve as chairman for ECOWAS when it was Liberia 10. What happened? Bronsky gave that support, but when it was Erling's turn to reciprocate politically, Erling did not reciprocate, thereby stabbing Charles Walker Bronsky in the back. Judy Bryant. Judy Bryant was used as a sacrificial lamb for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to be seen as somebody who is against corruption. She crucified Julie Bryant politically. Julie Bryant, that led to his sickness. He died. Ellen gained that image. What did she do with that image? The image that she gained with the international community, they supported her, they gave her money. What happened? She spent that money and started giving fabulous salaries to government officials, including the legislature, something I'll be talking about later on. Charles Taylor, she sacrificed Charles Taylor. Edwin Snow is her victim. The largest victim of all is the Republic of Liberia. Her role in the war is something you cannot dismiss. She contributed the foreign $10,000 and helped to destroy Liberia. Liberia is still suffering today. As though that is not enough, the very Ellen Johnson Sirleaf gave us George Weah. Today, Liberia continues to decline in everything. I know this one, you're going to agree with me. She gave us George Weah and set Liberia up on a time bomb of $16 billion. And you are telling me the woman is not a destroyer? Liberia currency today has no value because of that $16 billion news. Who set that up? Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Your time to respond.
You know, granted with everything you have said about Her Excellency Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, not just because I met her during her presidency in 2015 and had a one-on-one conversation with her. I like her style of politics. If you want me to go with a laundry of things, we will not have the time to have the debate here. But let me just remind you, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia today, said, and I quote, I grant Madam Sirleaf B+ during the campaign. That's why they call politics. If the meaning of politics is to sleep with the devil, down with the devil, go with the guardian of evil to get to your state power, is what CDC did though. CDC slept with the same evil woman today that some of you do not want to see. The world told you people, the Liberian people, that George Weah was not competent, but CDC knew that if they take Ellen, they will have finally come to the end to destroy Unity Party in 2017. So what did they set their eyes on? The party went for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf because she is the Maradona of our politics. She is the woman who can tell somebody, say, if I'm in a town, respect me. I'm a female, but I act like a male. I know politics. I've been in politics for decades. So you cannot come in this town as long as I'm in a town and think that because you are a male, so you can take over this town. I am still the owner of this town. I have not passed this key over to anybody. And then let me dive you into something that you said. If this is right, in all indications, why did the CDC sleep with the devil? The destroyer.
I thought you would respond to the piece of
information. No, it is not about me going to tell you. I have already said to you. I have already said to you
in the war that destroy our country. That is a fact, and you don't have anything to respond.
I have said to you, politics is defined as a noun to be interest. It does not matter who you take, who you slap, who you kill,
so
who you destroy.
Are you saying that it does not matter that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf financed a war that destroyed about 250,000?
I still have the flow, though. I still have the time. I still have the flow. Mr. Taylor killed Samuel Doe because of personal interest. in the name of coming to liberate the Liberian people. Mr. Taylor killed Francois Massacre from Lofa County in the name of coming to destroy, in the name of the people. Mr. Taylor killed Sam Doki in the name of coming to protect the Liberian people. Mr. Taylor killed a bunch of people from Nima County in the name of liberation. That is why they call politics, because he put his interest first over the very people that he threw away in Libya.
Before you are saying that politics is just killing people just to get power?
Politics as a whole is interest. It's based on interest.
That interest means that you have to kill human beings.
You can eliminate. You have to eliminate. You have to, those who disagree with you.
But you are yet to respond to my point that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf destroyed Liberia. You are yet to respond to that. You're going to Charles Taylor.
Ellen Johnson Sirleaf did not destroy Liberia as an individual alone. It was done also by the Liberian people that accepted. They were the people that, when they said, don't much go. Hello? It was saying Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was not a very country people that were there holding the banner, don't much go. Don't much go.
Do you agree that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf gave us president we are today?
I concur with that. And the reason why I agree with that is because
and how you think it's playing up for us as a country.
Oh, don't even go there, man. Don't go there. That was a person that we took. The whole nation took a person. Ellen gave us this individual who wanted to prove to us that politics is not for kids. There's no way you can look at politics and throw anybody with no political iota understanding of the dynamic of politics, the geopolitics, and the whole naya and put it in the presidency. But since you people think politics is now viewed as based on competency, I will help you out to get your George Weah. And that is why she made sure to financially, and then she went out and did a political marriage in Lofa County when they went to break ground in Bon County for the Lofa Highway. That is when she basically told the Liberian people that you people will learn politics the highway.
But let me just a question.
Let me go further. I'm
asking you a question. You will go further. Do you agree that Liberia is economically destroyed and politically destroyed? Do you agree?
I honor George Weah as a look, but not honor Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
Yeah, I mean, but the reason I asked the question is that Ellen helped to give her George Weah. So if you agree that Liberia is being politically and economically destroyed under George Weah, then Ellen got her fingerprint on that. Don't you think that makes
But the Liberian people wanted George Weah though. So who is Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? Let me take you back to something. Maybe you don't remember this. Senator Bronx Johnson is on record for saying that I gave you a George Weah, I supported George Weah to punish you people because you can't listen in this country. Hello? The tape is out there. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf said the same thing indirectly. You people, 2 elections, 2005. This is the man with $88 million in the bank. He did not build a kitchen house yet for you. He did not open a poop cleaning job yet for you. He did not open a cartoon push cleaning job for your in Maserado. But you're still crying around saying you want him. So I will get him get you for the man. Look, the thing is everywhere. In Israel, for example, the Israelites wanted Saul, and God did not want to ordain it. God said, I don't think this is the right time for you people to have Saul. The Israelites said they wanted Saul because they felt that Saul was the Messiah. So who is Ellen Johnson to step in the way of the people? Ellen said, I will give you what you want.
Are you insinuating that the election of President George Weah was the word of God?
Oh my God. It was not the word of God. It was the word of the evil people in Liberia who don't, many of the people that don't understand politics, that don't understand what is politics.
Part of that evil people you're talking about?
No, Ellie is not part of it. It is the people that went out there.
But we have to elect George Weah, right?
No, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf wouldn't agree. Listen to me now. Let's get this straight. Ellie wanted to prove to the people that y'all say I failed in this town. So I'm going to give you an handsome man. I will give you guys the most handsome man in this town to lead this town. When you people come to parade, when you people come to take the streets to celebrate, then you will see the difference between a handsome person and an evil person in politics.
So, D-Flow, if you think Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is not a political destroyer, do you agree that she is a messiah politically?
Oh yes, I consider Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. If I have to go and petition to change the constitution for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf,
I go for it. How has Ellen Johnson Sirleaf saved Liberia as a messiah?
This
How?
is how Ellen saved Liberia as a
By
Messiah.
giving us George Weah and breaking the Civil War?
Ellen gave you George Weah to teach you a lesson, to open your eyes and learn, open your ears, open your eyes and open your ears so you can see politics, not from the way you see by voting for people based on the man, and the man like the country. The man likes the country. What did he do with his own money? The man likes the country. No. We're not stopping there. Don't stop it. The man likes the country. That's why CDC are threatening me because the thing I speak against, I will die for my country for speaking out against this government. That video where they sharing around, they said, D-Flow crying, that's a different side of that zero. I said, I challenge them. I am willing to die fighting on behalf of the people. I will speak out against this country, against this identical government and the next government to come.
So, D-Flow, you said politics is interest, and you went to the CDC for political interest, right?
Politics is interest.
So what was your interest then?
If you think that I went to the CDC for interest, I wanted to prove to my friends in the CDC that, look, I have no antipathy against you people. When you walk to me and ask for my support, maybe you all saw something in me that was from a distance I have not seen in myself as a broadcaster. Remember this, when Facebook was not having live program, that when the debater was on it, 10 years of assistance, we did our thing behind the curtain.
All right.
So
thank you. Thank you. I got your point there. Let me progress. Again, folks in cyberspace, you are watching Focus on Liberia. This is our program, The Hour of Politics, with me, Anthony Sier. Today I have with me the man D-Flow Flomo, who is in conversation with Focus on Liberia for a possible partnership, and the partnership will mainly be on politics because D-Flow seems to love this politics so much. D-Flow, I maintain my argument that Mana Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a political destroyer. I have given you sufficient information. May I flow? I have given you sufficient information, but you are yet to counter any of those.
But who is in this business?
D-Flow,
let me hold you there.
You will be given time. You will be given time. Let me continue. May I provide further information about how Ellen is a political destroyer, as though the destruction that she carried on that led all to the war, as though the destruction about the Unity Party is not enough, or as though the destruction of Charles Taylor, Judy Bryan, Bronskin, Edwin Snow, Vani Sherman, Harry Green, Moses Duopo, and Kuyongpa, all these people are the political victims of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. As though those are not enough, let me give you more. And I'm not sure you're going to be able to respond again. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf has crippled the political future of some of Liberia's brightest. One is Amara Conan. Amara Conan, whatever you think of him, is a very smart Liberian. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf made him a finance minister and played him politically. She used Amara Conan to be the face of Liberia revenue, so that whatever that went on in Liberia, Amara will be the one need to be called. That's what she did. And you are aware there's this video that been going around that Amara Conan, finance minister of Liberia, stole about 3 million. I don't remember the exact figure. What I'm saying is that she used Amara Conan to be the one to be bringing the money, or to go and collect whatever funds available whatsoever, and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf will be able to help mismanage this money in our country. Another person is Gafwan. I don't know whether Gafwan will be able to survive politically. I don't know. His political future, in my opinion, is bleak, just as the political future of Amara Conan. We can also talk about Kofi Woods. Anytime Big Brother Kofi Woods attempt to run for office, he will back off. What is stopping him? It is because he worked in Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's administration, Liberia don't have a very good impression. That was the brightest opportunity for Liberia ever in our history. All right, for us to have received billions and billions of dollars in aid and also in foreign direct investment. And today, Liberia is still struggling for roads. And Kofi, who at some point was at the Ministry of what? What's the ministry? Public
Mr.
Works
Popular
at some
Works.
point, and he started with labor. Even when he was at labor, he could not even resolve the labor crisis at Firestone. Today, Kofi Wu does not have face. He had a very good need then, but Ellen Johnson Sirleaf pulled him, and he went to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So when he realized that, he left, but it was already late. Kofi Wu is still covered with the political or shadow, dark shadow of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Another person I'm going to give you is H. Burma Formula. H. Burma Formula politically was struggling, because he was lack in this progressive name that never succeeded in any way. I'm not a big fan of HB, so maybe his fan can come after me. But this is what Ellen did. Ellen Kajo H. Burma Formula. A. Burma Formula went to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in the 2025 election, 2005 election. Burma Formula initially was with the progressive, with the Tipotech group. He did not campaign. But when the second round came, he crossed carpet. He went to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and he was heard on radio propagating for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Even though he had called Ellen Johnson Sirleaf a political prostitute, Ellen Johnson said, wow, I got you. Ellen appointed him as well, or National Security Advisor. That is an agency established by an act of national legislature where he's supposed to control his own budget. But guess what Ellen did? Ellen stripped him of all that power, shoved him under the Ministry of Presidential Affairs, and he was operating more like an assistant minister. His a special assistant, B. Seyon Tube, that H. Burma Formula appointed in 2 years period, he could not get him on the payroll. I'm telling you about somebody who having to be my godfather. 2 years period of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration, H. Burma Formula of all type could not get his special assistant on payroll. So the young man have to walk away, and he found a job as a public work. So this is how he was destroyed. He does not have face politically as we speak, and many others. But I will give you the opportunity to respond, because
I like when you take a ride like that with men like me, and I'm willing to debate this on a different platform with different kind of setting, different people, different views. This is how I see politics.
Because I'm too tough for you, right?
Let interest in a nation also be a nationalist. You talk about my interest going to the CDC. I did not go to the CDC. It was the CDC that came to me. And I think I have discussed it. And I say I will never.
And you said that, but you want to repeat it again, and you dodge it.
But then you just said I went to the CDC. You said I went to the CDC for interest, in politics interest. So I have to come back to remind you that I have said it is the CDC that came to me, not me going to the CDC. Those are two different things. When you are sitting down, somebody walks to you, it's a different thing than when you go. Go is the man that come.
The person walks to
the
you,
issue.
and then you make the decision to walk to the person. I see no difference there.
No, there's a difference.
The person can walk to you, you can say no, but you did not say no, you said yes, and you walk to them.
So yes, because you know why? You know why? It was to prove to my friends that I don't have antipathy against them. It was also to give them the opportunity to serve my country. But let me answer your question. Please, let me land here. You talk more than 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Give me the time. If you think Ellie is more wicked, look at what John Weir is doing in the CDC, though. Jemama Workoy, if you call Ellie a destroyer, John Weir is destroying those who form a CDC. Hello? Jemama Workoy wants to be senator. And then give you all the opportunity. When you go on Facebook, whose name do you see on Facebook flying? That Kissy man, my uncle. That's not a Kissy man. They destroy people politically, but some of you don't see it. Jemama Worokoli, she wants to be senator, but in the party of the CDC, it's the same political thing that is playing. Interest comes first. So if Jemama, her cry is the fighter, enter Jemama, says she wants to be senator, she wants to go for the primary. And because politics is interest, and John Weir does not have interest in her, so what did they do? He fired her. What did they do? They put her on the kangaroo court. The kangaroo court. They said the woman is guilty for misbehaving. Are you kidding me? The only crime is because she wants to be senator. Beyond that, let me give you another reason why politics is interest. Joy Howard Taylor, our current vice president of the republic. Do you see what they're doing to her? Do you see what they're doing to my sister? Do you see what they're doing to this? The only first female vice president of our republic? That is why they call politics interest. George Weah has gone as far as taking Dwight Howard's long-term friend, Walker, Esther Walker, for Walker to come after spending 27 years with Dwight Howard to say, I am out. Because it is George Manuel Weah that said we need to remove everybody around Dwight Howard so she can stay alone. When we do that, it is something that reduces her power. And that is why they call politics.
But
Politics
before you continue, this is what I see though. When Ellen does it, you said, I mean, you said that, yeah, it
I
is
said
good.
Politics.
But we are is doing it and then you criticizing it, right?
Yeah, so, I said it's politics. That's why I said, that's why my opening line was politics is interest. I made that to give you a room for anything that you say, for me to pinpoint why politics is vital and why it is interest. That is why I started with the line, politics is interest. That opening line is for me as a debater.
Well, you went to the CDC, it was not because of your interest, even though politics is interest. You know, you went to a political party.
No, I did not go to the CDC. It was CDC that came to me.
You didn't pay your own plane ticket to go to Liberia?
That is quite different. That's why I say it was.
So who put you on the plane?
Well, you want to flip this thing about me. So let's talk more about this now. Let's talk more about my the way I
no, Diflo, let me progress. I raised a lot of things.
We can't make progress when you keep going back and have to say I see some citizens that Diflo is a job hustler.
I listed Ellen political victims and you have no defense.
No, I do have defense. I can defend my policy, my opening statement that says
why Georgia is doing wrong. Now that I disagree with some of the
I'm giving you evidence. I am giving you evidence. I am giving you extra material. I'm giving you the meat of why politics.
That Ellen is now a destroyer. I gave you faster. Yeah, Ellen footprints. Yeah, her political
granted
that show that she's a political destroyer.
Granted.
You're not disputing that, but you're telling me about George we have political crimes. I agree with some of the crimes you're listening about George we have, but I thought you were going to disagree with me on the issues I raised about Ellen.
Ellen is the one as you must understand something. Politics is interest. When you look at what George Oponwia has done or is going on in the CDC, it is similarity to what Ellen Johnson Sirleaf did. Let me tell you, hold on now. Let me go back and give you some evidence. Our sister Muna Pelon that just died. She was put in district now by George Oponwia.
I know that for a fact. I agree with you.
Akaros Gray was put there by George Oponwia. District 8. You go to Salama George District 7, George Oponwia. Sir Joseph, George Oponwia. Who else? Nobody runs in the CDC. George Weah says no. That's why they call politics interest. So he handpicks people and they throw them in the places in the name of primary. That's what
I want you really know our topic we're discussing. Do you really know our topic?
Yes, I do. Our topic is Ellie is a destroyer and I'm in defense of Madam Sally, telling you because politics is interest, so you are right to destroy other people.
All right. Again, folks in cyberspace, you are watching Focus on Liberia, and we are discussing the topic: is Ellen Johnson Sirleaf a political messiah or a political destroyer? I think Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a political destroyer.
In the same token, I believe that Ellen is the legend.
Sufficient evidence to prove that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a destroyer. She has destroyed so many political parties, including her very unity party, not to talk about the Liberian Unification Party and the Liberian Action Party. And I listed some of her political victims. Harry Greaves is one of those. Vanny Sherman is one of those. Vanny Sherman is politically crippled. All right. I talk about Kofi who is struggling politically because of his work with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Yes, go ahead.
Can I ask you a question before we go to the next topic?
Yes.
Why do you think Ellen CDC slept with the devil? Why you think CDC slept with the devil?
CDC accepted Ellen Johnson Sirleaf political contribution because CDC wanted power at all costs.
So how do you call that?
I call that is political dishonesty and hypocrisy. CDC is a party that stands for nothing. And this is why. Listen to me. CDC, prior to winning state power,
Yeah.
propagated that the war crime code must be
Mm-hmm.
established, which meant that they wanted Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to face prosecution.
Mm-hmm.
So to have accepted political contribution from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf
Mm-hmm.
and could not prosecute Ellen Johnson Sirleaf or made all efforts necessary to ensure the scrupulous implementation of the the war crime court.
Mm-hmm.
I say that CDC stands for nothing. CDC now has proven beyond all reasonable doubt that it was a political party and continuing to be a political party that want to grab power for the benefits of individuals, especially those who control the party. Georgia and his likes, like Samuel Twer, it has been proven because these people, all they care about is what they get at the end of the day. So they made that decision because if they had made that decision to restore Liberia, to protect Liberians, and to develop our country, and to hold people accountable for corruption and for war crime. They will not be dancing with Prince Johnson. They will not be dancing with Alhaji G.V. Kromah. They will not be dancing with George Bulley. They will not be dancing with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. But what we see today is these people as their friends today. That shows that their ultimate goal at the time was let's do whatever we can to get to power so we can get what we want. What they told us, they wanted to see accountability. And accountability, you must start with the individuals who were the players that got us to this point. Are they doing that? Of course they're not doing that. They are not showing any interest in doing that whatsoever.
Okay, let me tell you. This is why it goes to my first statement. Everything you have said here is just an indicator, or that they are just aligned with what I call interest. The people came with a barrel, they came with a bunch of lies, change for hope, hope for change. This is our time. The Messiah has been waiting for decades. But what do we have here? Jemima Wilker Buta out of her own party that she set up. The chairman of our party, my former party, came up and said the party is destroyed. It's over. The revolution
if we were
over.
discussing, if our topic was the CDC, I tell you, I will be able to provide sufficient information how the CDC has become a useless party than you. So, but that is not our topic. So I want us to make progress.
Well, that we're making progress, but I just want to remind you, as a person, you are going to see these things happening in politics. You have to accept your enemies.
Let's come to this segment, D-Flow. Let's come to this segment.
Hold on, let me take the line first before we come to that segment. Okay. You have to accept the people that you don't like. Even when you want to win power, you have to accept others that disagree with you. You have to take the devil with you. You have to take the snake with you. You have to take everybody in your camp if you want to win. That's politics.
All right, folks, we are moving to the next segment in this conversation, and that segment is: does Costa have a point against Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, or Hassan Kiasulu is right about Herring Pedro Costa? And so, folks, recently we saw Ellen Johnson Sirleaf showing face at her party headquarters, and something that did not go down well with Henry Pedro Costa, who having to be a member of Benin Uri's personal political party. I say that because he has been the only one and so will continue to be the only one, just as the first opportunity he had to produce a candidate from his camp, that having to be his daughter. So that is his personal political party. Whoever does not like what I'm saying, please swallow it and get used to it because it is nothing but the fact. But fast forward, does Herring Costa have a point here for disagreeing with, let's say, Unity Party for welcoming Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? And he got some tough words for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He called the woman old witch. Costa went further by saying that, look, if people want to get power at all costs, for which they have to accept Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, let them go to hell with their power. And he is not going to compromise his conscience because of power. The CPP is more than welcoming Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in their mix. Costa disagreed. But KwaZulu is going after Henry Pedro Costa because KwaZulu is the chairman of the Unity Party Legislative Caucus, saying that the outburst of Henry Costa is ridiculous. And Costa is doing everything to undermine not only the Unity Party, but also the CPP. So, D-Flow, let me bring you in. You think Costa, does he have a point here? Or Kiazubu is
Well,
right about Costa?
Costa is my brother. I'll give him a little bit of slack, but I'm not going to give him everything. I'll give him some meat for him to understand
Is
politics.
that why you do? You give people slap because you know them?
Well, I get some post slap because I have to respect their view. I have to respect what I say. That's why you have to accept other people's perception. That's what politics is.
Mm-hmm.
His view on Ellen Johnson, his opinions, he and myself disagree completely. We are not on that table when it comes to Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and this is the reason. Anytime you look, if you take a book of political science, you are reminded, let me repeat, you are reminded that your interest is as vital, as important as you want to. It is key in political science. What are the political science? 100, 200. Go and look in the political science book. It is there. So the point of Costa, to answer your question, I see where my brother is coming from. Anybody can be angry because the woman shut down his radio station twice. The woman jailed my brother. I see where he's coming from. But this is what I have said to my brother behind the scene and then publicly though. How do we return? How do you return to your country? How will you take on Roots FM and come down in the morning for your own business radio station and you see all of the crowd coming to meet Pedro Costa? What is the way forward to do that? The way to do that is the same thing CDC did to come to power. It is the same thing that we have to do here. I said the snake. I said the witchcraft. I said the book construction. When we get to power, we decide. That is the way. Costa has a serious opinion, which I agree with him. However, my only problem with Costa is how do you go forward? What is the way forward? If you are going to support the CPP, but you don't want somebody who is going to cement and give you extra leverage to get to state power, that has always been in our party, that has always, look, nobody will become president of Liberia when Ellen Johnson can stay tall, can see, can hear. Nobody in Liberia. Mark this day. I challenge any politician and say, I can go without Ellie. It will not work. I don't care what you think. Ellie is smart. Ellie has international leverage. She comes across as a friend of the world. So we as a people, and those of you in the CPP, because I'm only a supporter of the CPP, I'm not a member of any political party.
D-Flow,
CDC was
D-Flow, the way you're sounding that without Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, we're talking about an 80 plus years old woman. I saw her the other day. She was walking. I mean, this woman has no energy, even though her mental ability seems to be intact, but she has no energy. She does not control the state machinery anymore. I mean, she's not in control of election commission or anything. And you think this is a woman that will be the one to decide who becomes president? Is that why you believe Liberians complain about that woman when she was in power? And you are saying that without Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the CPP cannot win an election?
I will say this to you of the back. I will say this is bad, and this is the same thing CDC did to get to state power. My thing here is
control of election commission, anything.
My thing here is you gotta see it when somebody has a leverage. Somebody has something greater than what you have. That is an international backing. Let me drive you a little bit. What do you think is caused one of the reasons why Georgia has done extremely nothing in Liberia? Dismal performance. He's behind the least next to Mr. Taylor. Next to Mr. Taylor is George Oponwia, our president. No investor coming to the country. People protest to get paid. Today, the staffers of the body, the legislators, their staffers are saying, and they gave them 3 days. So you have to protest to get paid. Those things were not happening in this regime. So my argument to my brother Costa is, let's accept the devil. Accept this woman because she did it to JMB. I was there. Sometimes I hear some people say, D-Flow, you don't go to Liberia. I say, you're jokers. People are jokers. What I was there in Liberia 2017 for 7 months. I will be going back. But the issue here is we have to accept, the CPP must accept The multi-Pedro Costa, we understand why you hate Ellen. If even it was me, I would be like Costa. But at some point in time, I was like, let me not go too far with this because my business has been shut down. John Weah ran me out of my country. How will I go back to this country and speak my mind? Well, I will sleep with the devil. I will dine with the devil. I will accept whatever the devil wants.
D-Flow,
That's my point.
D-Flow, do you really understand the meaning of why you're saying that you will sleep with the
I
devil?
do.
You will
I
dine with the
do.
devil?
I do. I do, my brother. I do. And I will say that anywhere,
So
anytime.
let me tell you what the devil has done. Another thing this devil had done before we continue with the final segment, I mean the second segment. This Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, to further prove that she is a destroyer, she introduced brown envelopes to our lawmakers in Liberia in a fashion that is beyond imagination. During Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration, she got everything she wanted. I know that's why you praise her for that. She's a Maradona. But she
Mhm.
used money. I would literally say the woman bribed the legislature most of the time to get whatever legislative accomplishment that she wanted to get. And she did it with huge sum of money. Today, it is haunting us as a country. Lawmakers have been making around $15,000 as though that kind of huge amount is not enough. Every time Ellen wanted them to pass something, Ellen will have to bribe them with money. Ellen introduced this money thing, though it had been in Liberia, but she took it to the whole new level. Today, our lawmakers, even when it comes to passing a stimulus, quote unquote, stimulus package for people who are facing threat of epidemic, those guys have to walk away with 6,500 and more before they can do that. Early help to further destroy our executive, I mean, our legislative branch of government. And you are telling me here that the woman is now a destroyer and she's a political player. Do you now see the damages that she has done along the way as she plays the political game that have ripple effect on our country? And you hear and you praising her and you say because politics is interest and you don't care whether the person kills people along the way, it doesn't matter. What matter is that the person get what or she wants. So she got the presidency. Where are we today?
I like the way sometimes you talk about Ma Ellie and the rest of the people that don't like Ma Ellie. My respect for the woman. I hope I'll be around when God forbid when she dies, so I can attend her funeral. She's a great woman. To me she stand out as one of our best. And my respect for her office. She did a lot of good things for Liberia, but because let's take you to a draft a little bit. And come with me. You are talking about Brown Everett. John Weah was in the Senate though, 2014. What did he do to stop the brown envelope? Did he speak and say, hey, no more brown envelope here? No more brown. Did he say that? Absolutely not. The man was mute.
Absolutely, no, I agree with you. We are got his cards.
He got his card, right?
Yeah.
So we agree on that. So if the gentleman who is a change agent got his card, now you hear you playing the something. But let me take you to the route again. Let's go across the bridge and then you jump over the bridge one time. Why is it that the change agent, the Messiah, Change for Hope, why is it that he has refused to audit Ellie? You tell me. Why? Because for me, I don't want to talk
And
plenty
that
when
is
I
what
tell
I'm
you
telling
people.
you.
When
That's
I
the
tell you that
argument
people
I
are
continue
wicked,
to
when I tell you
D-Flow,
that people are big more, I
D-Flow,
just
that
ask
the
you the
argument I
question,
continue to
why?
make, but in this whole conversation, I am raising issue that you can't counter. You go in the opposite way, so you're making the conversation to low like you're making the conversation to low like I am defending CDC when the CDC and
No,
the
you are
second seat
not
had to
defending the
act. But
CDC.
to your
Mm-hmm.
question,
Mm-hmm.
Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, I told you she's a destroyer. She destroyed Liberia. So the change agent you're talking about should not have dined with her or danced with her in the first place. But the change agent decided that
Mm-hmm.
he needed to do so to get political power. The change agent, our many people assumption, not me. I've never had an assumption. I was so
Yeah.
smart, so I could not be part of anything of that nature. But many people felt that all Yah was doing to get power, then after getting power, he would be able to hold any accountable for all her political crimes in the past. Talking about the war crime code, and then when she served as president, the massive corruption that took place in her government. I don't want to talk about the National Oil Company of Liberia that her son helped to bankrupt, and she started talking about they have special talents and all that. Why is Georgia not holding the woman accountable? Georgia made the Liberian people to know that you have brought a war crime code, and Ellen will have answered questions. Why is Joshua not doing so? Because Ellen Johnson Sirleaf destroyed the very Georgia, and this is how. When
How?
Ellen was looking for political security, owing to the fact that she was leaving the presidency, she looked among the players. She looked among the players. She played all of them along the way. She went to Brodsky and said, hey, maybe I can take you to second round. My understanding, it was reported in Roman that Molly changed him with that conversation. We heard also that Ellen went to even the very PYJ. Money exchange of PYJ, you can't pull your hair on the chopping
No,
board for
don't
that.
even go there with my
Listen,
Nima
he
Kante
got his
woman.
call. Let
Don't
me
even go
flow,
with my
D-Flow.
Nima Kante
He
woman. Yeah,
got
you
his
can't have
call.
no.
He got his call. So Ellen was still playing. Ellen helped to even sway Prince Johnson on CDC side, because when she came to the realization that only a Joshua would be able to appreciate whatever political or contribution she will make, and then by benefiting by getting her political protection that she enjoying right now, she did so by destroying the very Georgia in the process. How did she do that? She contributed to Joshua campaign. All right. She even appointed Joshua as well ambassador, right? And she sent a budget around 500,000, which is $500,000 to that place. There's no accountability about that money. Did Ellen say anything about that money? No, Ellen did not say anything. So what she did was she enticed Joshua with money. Joshua know what he took from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So if he dare go after Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf will spill the beans. This is how Ellen destroyed Joshua, for which today Joshua cannot go after Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
You
Don't you
know,
see
you
that
just think,
discussion?
you know, you
Today,
just think a
woman
pet.
is a political destroyer. And do you know who bear the brunt of all the political games she played? The Liberian people
Yo.
are suffering. At least during her
Okay.
time, they could afford a cup of red for $25, but right now it's around $50 to $40, depending on what type of cup you see. The woman is a political destroyer. She is not the messiah that you see, and you don't have any counter to my point here.
I do have a counter to
And
your
your counter will
question
be
in the
Jovia.
comments. And look, you can come here, you run the table with this Ellie being a wicked one and say Ellie killed all of her friends. Ellie murdered Tano, Ellie murdered Kongpa, Ellie murdered this person, Ellie put this person in the dump site. You can say whatever you want. I said to you, and I will continue to say politics is interesting. But let me understand this though. You answered the question, I asked you a simple question. Why is it that the government elected by the people with a vote of 61.2% is the second in our party politics? Mr. Taylor won the election by 78%. Ellie won by around not closer to what George Weah won by. So that's the second in my lifetime. I saw Mr. Taylor's election in 1997. I was in Liberia at the time. Then I saw the election of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. It was not 55%. The election of George Weah is the second highest in our body politics since I began to know myself as a human being. But then if the man comes out and say, I give Ellie B, or I grade Ellie because Ellie has done all of these things, except Ellie to finance his campaign, Ellie did everything for him. When I brought Prince Johnson to his party, when I took him and carried him to Nigeria, while she was in the back room, Ellie also brought John Ria, her lobbyist, the chief lobbyist from Washington, D.C., and introduced her, brought her to Liberia, introduced her to George Manawia. That's why I asked the question, why is it that the Messiah has not audited this woman?
Because
so, who is the
Ellen Johnson Sirleaf
mm-hmm.
destroyed Joshua without Joshua knowing. She got something on Joshua. So Joshua cannot make it to them. You are right. What is stopping this Joshua guy to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and make sure she's persecuted. What is stopping George Weah from up for breaking the war crime code, something he and his party
He
told
advocated
casted
for.
for so many times? It is because Ellen Johnson Sirleaf got something on George Weah. She damaged George Weah
Yeah.
morally. And so George Weah, I don't know this brother's problem. Why can't he go after this woman? When the facts are there that he can use and do it in the court of competent jurisdiction, he cannot do it because Ellen destroyed him. Ellen got something on Joshua, so Joshua cannot do it. Just as Joshua cannot. Do you know that Prince Johnson will say, if anybody try this, the army will be divided and there will be war. Joshua can't say a war. Joshua can't say a word. But let a Unze Amara Abraham Kamara say, people even said that he was not the one who made the post. Then I saw my big brother Jefferson Camo, who is the national security. Is that guy actually the national security? We don't hear anything from this guy. Nothing I can hear from my big brother. He is a complete disappointment. The only time I ever heard anything from that guy was when they took over. That was when there was the purported Facebook post from Abraham, and he wrote the worded letter they were going to use anything diplomatically, politically to get at Abraham Kamara, a young man who is defenseless except that he used tough political language. Were they even able to get this guy? But the point I'm making here is, my brother, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf destroyed Weah. John Weah should not have been destroyed by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He carries enormous power that puts him in a position to hold Ellen accountable and those who serve in Ellen government who we know to be corrupt. Why is the brother not doing it? It is because Ellen Johnson Sirleaf destroyed that ability of Weah morally and politically for him to be able to do so. He can't. He doesn't have the balls to do so. This brother is a political weakling. This is a guy who told us that even you're making me to go after Weah. I wanted to stick to my topic here to persecute Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. But now you're putting me to Weah, and Weah myself can't see how to act.
There's a reason
because
why
that guy is not a leader. He's a political weakling. He's politically useless. The only thing he got going for him is the fact that he was so loved by the Liberian people. They so trusted him.
I was told
and
that
they
you were
blessed him with power. But politically, this brother is useless.
You were a member of the CDC. Is that true?
This brother is useless. I was in the CDC. I joined the CDC.
You were in the CDC? Somebody just sent a text to me and said I'm member of the CDC.
Listen to me. I joined the CDC in 2012. In 2006, I was
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I'm talking about. I joined the CDC in 2012. 2008, I was out. I got out when I started voicing out. This guy I'm looking at, this Georgia is not a leader. He is a political liability. And I told them, I said, this is what I don't doubt. I do not doubt that they brought up because of a popularity, he can win the presidency. I don't doubt that. But the danger in that is when the guy becomes president, when he's elected president, we'll have political chaos on our hands. My words remain true today. So yes, I served in the CDC. Coming. And coming. When I was in the CDC, I served as CDC coordinator. I was the national coordinator for CDC USA, a position that I am the only person I served in the CDC because of my ability to be able to coordinate things. I make things happen. All right. So I was there. These guys have become nothing but useless people. Politically speaking, they are useless. Politically, I emphasize, politically, CDC is a useless political institution. They are not doing anything for the Liberian people. So don't get me started here with CDC. I see you laughing. CDC is politically useless. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a political destroyer, and she does not have anything to contribute to Liberia now. She had a political glorious opportunity of all time to redeem Liberia, but they will more choose to redeem herself financially. All right? She was able to help her friends. She was able to help her family. Today, they are living the best of life. Can you imagine? What's this guy named Charles Sirleaf? Charles Sirleaf have around $3 million in a Liberian bank. and he has around hundreds of thousands of dollars in a Liberia bank. This guy, just
Yeah.
for the few years he worked with his mother, was able to accumulate this money, and even
Yeah.
a George Weah cannot investigate that money, and they sign a deal with this guy for him to go free. And you think Georgia is anything for Liberia to look up to for political redemption? The brother is politically useless. CDC is politically useless. Your friend Samuel 12 went and
Don't
took
make me,
our money,
don't
the
make me say that
$25 million,
myself, my
no
brother.
accountability whatsoever. George Weah cannot even fire this guy. George Weah even went as far as appointing a fake Liberian, that Nigerian guy called Wamodiki. That guy is still at LACC. The guy who has been rejected by the Senate, the guy who's been denied by our court, our immigration system, that this guy is nothing but a fraudster. Job, we got that guy on the job today. You don't want to get me started on CDC because these guys, politically, I emphasize, they are
You
useless to
scared the
the
hell
core
out of me.
and they don't have
You just
anything
made
to
me,
offer the Liberian people.
you just
Folks
basically,
in cyberspace,
you just
folks in
basically summed it up for
cyberspace,
me. One of the reasons
my
why I
name
left the
is
CDC,
Anthony Sier.
because
I'm the host
one of
of the Hour of Politics here. I focus on Liberia. D-Flow is getting me started. I don't want to get started here because when I
let,
see it,
let me let me
I
add
talk
to
it
what
the
you
way I
said.
see it. Go ahead,
Let me
D-Flow.
add to what you
D-Flow, we
said.
got to go
Let
to
me,
our phone lines and read
yeah,
some
but
comments.
no, let me add to what you said. Then we'll go to the line quickly. When you talk about when I hosted John Manor, we are 2014 or 2015. I think it was 2014. I hosted John. We are the records are up there. I did not see anything in this brother to be a political person for the nation to be passed on to him. I did not see it because the interview was completely, everything was vague. The brother cannot express himself. The brother does not have his own thoughts. The brother cannot take a policy and digest and tell you from A to Z. But let me add to this. When you talk about Ellen being a destroyer, I would say Ellen is vindictive instead of being a destroyer. He's vindictive. Let me tell you the point. What you see going on there, Ellie going to Unity Party and visiting the party, Ellie is about to destroy the game. John Manor, we are. Ellie destroyed Joseima Baka, so she's trying to tell JP, forget it. And I destroy
So
you.
you
I will
agree with
destroy
me that
this
Ellie is
level.
a destroyer now? You agree with
Well,
me
no,
that Ellie is a
I
destroyer
just
now?
trying to tell you an example. I want to give you an example that politics is interest. Let me tell you one of the areas that George Weah have made a greatest mistake. One is the fact that George Oponwuya, you remember, he was out of the country when Charles Sirleaf was arrested in handcuffs and they put orange suit on him, he and Wicks and others. But Madame Sirleaf said, if you don't know that I own the town, I will teach you a lesson. Keep my son in jail. So let me tell you, John Weah will now win presidency. John Weah can now win 2023. The man will do everything. Ellie is a power play. Ellie will destroy. The same way Ellie destroyed JB. Ellie is willing to go by the Unity Party and pay John Weah back.
So you agree with me, my man? It seems to
Well,
be
in some
I'm winning
portion,
this
I
debate.
agree. Yeah, at some degree, I agree with you.
Because
So
I gave you something for the CDC, right?
Oh, absolutely. I wish you can tell me more because I know more about the CDC too, though.
Not as much as I know, D-Flow, so don't get
No,
me started.
you were a member, so you know a lot. For me, I was there for 3 months, and I saw them. They want to bring me in a crooked deal with all their stuff. I say I'm OUT.
All right, folks, in cyberspace, let's read some comment here quickly. The phone number to call is right there on our screen. As you can see there is 605-313-6004. Don't forget to enter the code 791-403#. Right there on the screen. We are here talking politics. Let me read a few comments quickly. Let me start from the beginning. Solo said, how are you, my bro? Please answer the question straight. The person said, I think that was when I asked D-Flow the question, and D-Flow is dancing around. Hamilton Zilli writes, my brother D-Flow lacks the substance for this debate. Please cut this whole stuff off with D-Flow. I'm sorry if D-Flow were taking an exam on me, I will give him 0. He does not know the subject Manta. Does not know the subject under discussion. The focus is Ellen, not upon Wea. And D-Flow has succeeded here by pulling me to go after Jovia. Because when I go after Jovia, I can be vicious because that brother has nothing to offer. This is a guy that is appointing people because what? He called them ice cream and he's sleeping with them. I don't hesitate to say that it's a fact. Mumba Molu couldn't say it even better. Folks, hello? Oh, you think I'm the problem? I'm giving you facts. Mumba Molu said it. Oh, hey, I'm reading comments here. Samuel writes, if War Crime Code was implemented, all these people like Charles Taylor, who were persecuted in the Hague, the Charles Taylor who was persecuted in the Hague and imprisoned, the narrative would be different in the lives of people if they were in prison. You see our man Steve Bolo here watching. I think Steve Bolo might be saying, wow, I've not seen my big brother like this. D-Flow got me started here, man. Don't get me started, D-Flow. Frida writes, D-Flow, this D-Flow guy is a complete definition of what a hypocrite can be. D-Flow, they're going after you. This is my man Levi Madison. Levi Madison knows me very well. I work with him. By the way, he knows my ability. I know his ability too, but he is on the wrong side of politics. I'm surprised that he's not even in government and continuing to propagate for the CDC, but this time he's doing it Nicodemusly. I don't see him opening his mouth anymore. Madison, how you doing, my brother? I know whether you stay in Philadelphia. He said, D-Flow advocacy isn't aligned by any moralistic premise. Like Costa, he is a microphone. He is a microphone for hire, he writes. All right, let's see from Giflo Bullet. D-Flow, please don't waste your time on that show because they will never talk about we are all that bad thing that we are doing in Liberia. They will never say anything about it. You are wrong. If I'm ready to talk about we are, D-Flow will open your mouth while I there and you will have nothing to say. You think D-Flow can talk about we are? D-Flow does not know anything about we are than I do. But what do I get when I do it? What do I get? Nothing. George Weah was elected by the people. George Weah is the people's president. Let the people enjoy Weah. That is my position. Nothing that I say about Weah will take him from the presidency. I told the people in 2016 that the brother is a human being, but he's not a leader. Don't elect him. They did it anyway. Go on my Facebook page and scroll down. You'll see my writing about George Weah. So don't say that thing. You're saying something that you don't know. All right, let's read this one from the man Wheeler Baller. Mr. Anthony C. You need to work with Ellen to take the power from Weah, or else Weah will be there for 24 years. Hallelujah to that. A George Weah, the Liberian people decide that Weah should be there for 24 years, so be it. They have that decision to make. That is not my problem. All right. Let me make progress here. Focus on Liberia is writing here because the topic is about Ellen being a messiah or a destroyer. That is right. D-Flow was just drifting from the topic, man. He got me started. The man Jimmy Eastman, right? Why are Liberians looking for a messiah instead of adopting principles that will guide them to be a better, to guide them for, to a better assistant, he said. Why we keep putting our future in the hands of others. Jimmy, you are spot on. And that is the point I'm making, but maybe people are not seeing that. Don't trust anybody. I told Sedition, don't trust Weah. I told Liberians, don't trust Weah. Weah was broke. Weah is looking for himself to be financially resuscitated. And that is what he's doing. All the missed opportunity he had, the presidency was his strong card, and he's using it as best as possible. You can tell me in the buildings that you're seeing. That's why Weah does best. Jolly, 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 and women drinking. That's what the brother does. Let's go to our phone line. D-Flow got me started here, so don't blame me. All right, let's take this caller. The caller has been waiting for some time now. Caller with phone number ending in 5103. Quickly to the issue. You want to join the debate? Go.
Yes, my name is Flobo Dan. I'm calling from Iowa. First of all, the topic, I think that it should be based on issue instead of individual.
It's very low.
Because if you base the topic on individual, people will discuss it, the discussion will be based on sentiment. For me, it's how best Liberians can go together to make this country what it ought to be. We fought war, terrorism fought war, and if you listen to the news, necessarily is far better than Liberia. So what is it that we still do that we are behind? This thing needs to be identified so that we can work together as people to help move this country forward, so that these children that are in the streets saying they are saying because they are free. They don't get a job to do. They are less basic. We need to find a way to get these guys out of the street. Other than that, they will be behind anybody who hands a finger to them who can't say they put behind it. So, when it comes to the issue of destroyer or messiah, I think that Ellen had a lot of opportunities to make this country better. Coming out of war, she enjoys international support, and the opportunity like Brett had, Ellen squandered it. It is very much disappointing. It is sad. So for me, God has happened. We should be able to learn our lessons from the mistakes of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, because our government was purely based on friends and family. So now we should learn our lesson from there. If the real government is serious, to say, well, what these people make so that they can capitalize on their error and make the country better. But again, the country general is even being far worse than the Congo woman. So for me, Liberian people, we should be discussing issue of what can we do. We should not be looking for mental. We should not be looking for mental. That young man who talking about CDC is only moving from the NCDC because what he wanted, he didn't get it. So he went there based on such an interest. It was not for love for country.
Can you ask him?
It was not for love for country.
Who the young man you're talking about? Who the young man you're talking about? You're talking about D-Flow?
Yeah.
Yeah, your studio guest.
No, he's not a guest.
Your studio guest who is this?
He's not a guest. We hear myself just having a conversation. Yeah, he's not a guest. He's part of us. Yeah, he's not a studio guest. Yeah.
The defender of where?
No, he's not defending Wea Ella. He defending Erin. He's defending Ellen.
He initially supported Wea. Yeah. No, because he's dancing around. He goes this way, he goes there, he goes this way.
Yeah, that
because
I agree with
along
you.
The way, he tends to agree with you on the premise.
All right, yeah. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for your contribution.
You cannot stand for anything, you fall for anything.
Yeah.
It's about time that Liberian put his stand for issue.
He's standing for something now. He's standing for the CPP. All right. Carla, thank you there for your contribution. D-Flow is standing for something. He's standing behind a microphone and he's standing for the CPP. So D-Flow, let me come to you a little bit. What is it about you just going here and there, man? You know, you were with JMD and then JFB, your political Maradona, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf stabbed the old man in the bar and destroyed him politically. And now she's coming again. I mean, wherever she go, you're like, it's okay because it's politics. Do you not see the damage the woman is doing politically? And then
no, I don't see it that way. I do not.
So I know you're gonna go back. You're gonna go back to JMB, right? Because you went to the CDC.
Forget about that.
You're gonna go back to JMB.
Let me tell you this. Right? Just as JMB invited us to go to follow in 2017, 2023, before 2023, if for any reason I get a call from somebody from Hicam that said the old man still needs you, I'll be right there.
You'll be right there.
Very honest to him. I said, "Oh man, you gotta stay with this lady."
So, D-Flow, what is your?
Not anybody fool you.
What is your goal here? Do you? What is your goal, D-Flow? Is it that you enjoy this politics? You know,
I enjoy the politics. I enjoy all of the threats that they put on my life. I enjoy all of the politics. I enjoy all of the hate messages. I just enjoy fighting for my country. I don't worry about what the next person thinks of me, because every story has another story. The gentleman that you just had here said, D-Flow did not get what he wanted. What did I ask for? Well, I said to you, one day I will show you My communication between Sammy and Tuan when he gave me
D-Flow,
this
every day
information.
you're showing the one thing we ask you repeatedly. Send the thing to me. I'll put it on the screen one day. So I don't want to hear that, D-Flow. Let me progress here. Let me progress here. Another thing we want to talk about is the Unity Party. From your observation, do you think that party is united?
Unity Party will win the next. The CPP will win the next election. Unity Party is still vital. Unity Party is still vital. What we have is not even close to what we have. HAD. What we have is not even close to it. It has not even done a thing. It is the least political party. It is better by a bunch of crooks. It is a buffoon. It is a club where people just go to steal from the poor people, use the ordinary people who have no understanding of politics to enrich themselves. So Unity Party, along with the CPP, let me tell you something. With Ellie, get this recording on record. Ellie Johnson Sirleaf, Pedro Costa, just forget about Ellie. Let's work with the devil and get to state power. If Ellie remains with the Unity Party, the CPP wins the election in a one-round election. Hello? Mark me on the record. The records are there. When you look at 2017 election, JB won, John Weah won must about 20%. With everything that JB had against him, John Weah won by 20%. If you look at the numbers, in Nimba, the same, it was close. You go to Bond, it was close. So JMB managed to win one county. However, he managed to do well in a lot of places. He managed to perform very good in a lot of places. When you take all of those numbers from JMB, you take whatever Mr. Cummings did, you combine the both of them with a power play Ellen Johnson lead in the house, John Weah will be out.
All right, D-Flow, good observation there. I hope the CPP that is having trouble is with getting their acts together, can get it together. Maybe they have a little bit of window. Mr. Alexander Cummings is the new chairman of the CPP. He has an opportunity to show that he's a leader politically. In terms of corporate leadership, well, the numbers and the record that we know shows that he is a leader, in terms of corporate leadership. But political leadership is still being tested. He has the best opportunity ever in his political life. If the CPP can win more seats, and I think that will help to establish him further. Before I come back to D-Flow, folks in cyberspace, we want to say thank you for following the broadcast here at Focus on Liberia. This is the hour of politics here at Focus on Liberia, and I'm Anthony here, your host. And we can go political here when we decide to do so. We're going to take a commercial break. We will bring few commercial for you here. Quickly. The first one here is from the All Liberian Conference on Dual Citizenship. The first one again is from the All Liberian Conference on Dual Citizenship. Comes this December, there will be election, and during that election, there will be a couple of referendums that people will be voting on in Liberia. We will be voting on, all Liberians will be voting on the referendum for dual citizenship. So the commercial here says, vote yes for Proposition 1. Support your family members and friends to restore and retain their Liberian citizenship. Again, this is from the All Liberian Conference on Dual Citizenship. Is a group that has been advocating for dual citizenship in Liberia. If the dual citizenship is voted on, which is Proposition 1, if it passes, then Liberians around the world who have citizenship of other countries will be able to maintain and first have their Liberian citizenship restored and also maintain it while they enjoy the citizenship of the other country that they reside in. So their group is asking Liberians to vote for Proposition 1. So again, it says, vote yes on Proposition 1. Support your family members and friends to restore and retain their Liberian citizenship. And this is happening on December 8, 2020. Vote yes on Proposition 1. We have another commercial here to show you, and this one is coming from us here at Focus on Liberia. And on July the 26th, Focus on Liberia will be having a virtual July 26th celebration here at Focus on Liberia. Focus on Liberia presents Liberia's 173rd independent celebration. Again, Focus on Liberia present Liberia's 173rd independence, a virtual July 26th program. The theme for this program is reassessing Liberia's independence. Are we independent in the true meaning of independence? Looking at our economy, healthcare, technology, governance, investment, youth empowerment, democracy, rule of law, education, justice. Is Liberia independent in the true meaning of independence? A virtual July 26th program that will be right here, live on Focus on Liberia. There will be many Liberians that will be performing. There will be speeches trying to make the point whether or not Liberia is independent in the true meaning and true sense of independence. You don't want to miss it. We also want to announce to you that this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, a new show starts here at Focus on Liberia, and it's called Chemistry and Society. Dr. Gola Fale is the presenter of that show, and today's topic is chemistry in everyday's life. You don't want to make a brand new show that is coming on here at Focus on Liberia. Again, the program you are watching is the Hour of Politics here at Focus on Liberia. My name is Anthony Sier hosting, and I have with me a partner and a friend, Diflo Flomo, and we have been discussing the topic: is Ellen Johnson Sirleaf a political messiah or a political destroyer? And I have been able to propound that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is nothing but a political destroyer, whereas Diflo Flomo has been playing defense. And if we put it to a vote now, he has lost this debate miserably. Diflo,
No,
your
I'm not
time.
losing the debate. Not at all.
Go
There are
ahead,
so
Diflo.
many people that still believe in Ellie, though. Ellie, trust me, Ellie is very good. I like Ellie.
Yeah, Diflo, quickly, so we can shut this thing down.
Yeah, where are we? What's the next one?
So the next one is the rape thing. So get us going with the rape.
Okay, folks, we all know the issue of debate. This is why again sometimes when I become I take a radical position. People say, Diflo, you are a radical. You are too dangerous. You are too this way. You are so that way, because they're just something that made me to feel angry about this country. You know, you got a case when we had Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as president of the Republic for 12 years. We didn't have we didn't have something where we now see like everywhere you go. Right now, today, there are 600 cases of 600 cases of rape in Liberia from 2 years old to 5 years old. And then you go to the number of 18. Where are we heading to? Change for Hope has not protected the people. The man came in with no iota of the politics. He has come and destroyed this process that was put together by Eddie. Under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration, I dare any man to go rape a female. The next day he in jail. But under this man, the Change for Hope candidate, what do we have? 600 cases. They raping as much as 2 years old. Some of their babies. This is human tragedy. This is the worst thing I ever come to see. And this is why one of the reasons why I say this government has failed the people. And our job now as a people is to educate you and tell you, wake up. This is not what you voted for. Do not vote for Sir Joseph. Do not vote for President Afino. Do not vote for these citizens running around that they are the new people. These guys have failed the nation. There are too many rape cases in Liberia. I'm sick of this. I'm tired of it. And in addition to that, while the defense minister has said he would like to make rape a death penalty, I concur with him. Let's kill them all. Let's kill them all. When they rape somebody, let's kill them all. But to do that, in addition to that, I would like to see those who steal from public funds be also executed. Those crooks that come to state power to enrich themselves and build homes, from stealing from public funds. When they are found guilty, we execute them as well.
D-Flow, strong position there by you. Yes, my take. I agree with you that rape is on the increase. It has reached an all-time high, and I believe it is because the current administration is lukewarm on the fight against rape in Liberia. The general minister, who happened to be a personal friend of mine, she is silent, she is weak, she is sluggish, and she does not know what she's up to when it comes to the fight against rape. All the minister agenda. Minister Kaba is another political weakling. She was talking when she was in opposition. Today, I would think that they will be highlighting the cases of rape, trying to provide the necessary protection for not only rape victims but also children, as the needs suggest that the Ministry of Gender, Social Protection, and for Children and Social Protection, but that is not the case today. The ministry budget, if you look at it, you will get to know that different on your adjustment there. I can see your face. Yep. All right. So I'm saying this to say that yes, rape is on the increase. We don't have a government that is very much robust against the fight in rape cases in Liberia. They are dragging their feet. They are giving excuses, and that is sad and that is pathetic. And the only thing we can hope for is that one day Liberia will be able to get a leader who will be serious about the fight against rape. The people we have today as leaders, they are completely politically incompetent to be able to provide leadership. Incompetent when it comes to leadership. Many of them have the education. The education that they have is enough for them to make decisions that will show that they know what the heck they're doing. But from all indication, they don't have the leadership ability to do so. The general minister is one such person. It took the general minister more than 2 years before she could appear or sit for an interview. Today, I doubt that she have ever had an interview about 4 to 5 times on the issue of rape. That is alarming. They give excuses, they sit in their empty offices and do nothing for the Liberian people and walk away with fabulous salary. It is just sad. Again, Liberians voted for hope. When it comes to hope, they don't get that hope. They got nothing but hopelessness. And that is why they're going to enjoy for the 6 years. And the day elect this government again, they will be persecuted by hopelessness, poverty, and misery. And that's what they're going to get. So it is their choice to change the political trajectory if they want political relief. But if not, they will enjoy it. And I will say to them, maybe that's what they want. Fast forward, D-Flow, on your other point that rape victims should be executed and people who commit economic crimes, corruption, people who abuse their offices by taking away money that belongs to the state, people who put their hands in the national coffer, you are saying these people should also be executed. As a Christian, even though I don't live by every word in the Bible, I strongly live by the word thou shalt not kill. I live by that one. There are many ways people can be held accountable other than taking away their lives. You, D-Flow, cry about black lives being taken away here in the U.S., and now you want to go and take away the life of other people. It is like
No,
you
but
agree.
this is
Listen,
this
D-Flow,
is
it's like you are agreeing that if a black man commits a crime or is suspected of committing a crime, that person should be executed. That is the equivalence that you are trying to propagate here, that people who are guilty of rape cases and corruption in Liberia should be executed. Remember, Samuel Doe tried that with the 13 men. The reason those 13 people were executed was because they were accused of corruption. They said they were guilty of corruption. They were not even investigated in a court of competent jurisdiction. It was just based on accusation. For the main fact that they were in government and maybe they were getting paid and they were looking fat and they had cards, there was the assumption that they were guilty of corruption. Yes, I can agree. Almost all of our officials are corrupt. Man by nature is corrupt, but we have laws. For Christ's sake, we have laws. So those should have used the laws, but those did not use the law, but those went and put those people on the pole and executed them. That helped to bring us the civil war that took away 200 or contributed to the civil war that gave 250,000 of our fellow citizens. So, D-Flow, I do not agree with you that when people are guilty of rape or when people commit rape, they should be executed. There are better ways that we can hold the individual accountable than trying to kill them. I disagree with you on that.
I wouldn't want to elevate the debate, to escalate the debate, to take it to the next level. But I think this is what we should do, though.
Okay.
On the line of the corrupt officials, corrupt government officials. First and foremost, let's amend the law that says completely when you're accused of corruption, you be removed from your power. It does not have to do with the president. You should resign. Yeah. You should resign completely. You should not work in the government, and you should not travel out of the country until that case is put to rest. You should not.
I agree with that 100%.
You should be tougher on our people. I just said that word to say let's kill them all, but I would like to see the rapists be killed though. But for the rapists, I have no mercy for them because this is a crime. You cannot look at a 2 years or you cannot look at somebody go rape the person. You are not man enough. I know some women can be a reason, but that does not give you a reason for you to be that dumb enough to go rape somebody, especially when you go rape somebody below the age. There's a story that in the newspaper, somebody raped a child at 2 years old. Who does that? You gotta be mentally deranged.
D-Flow, these people, you are right, mentally they are deranged, and in fact, that might be an honest statement. These people are sick. They are animals. Imagine a pastor, and not just one pastor here. There have been so many rape cases. The Odell Sherman case, it was a man of God who were accused. Another article I read about a Methodist bishop, and it was a bishop or pastor, all right?
Yes,
it was the head of the church. That man went and raped a little girl. Can you imagine that? We're talking about people who man the pulpit, people who should be moral authority into our society. These individuals will go as far as raping babies in our country. And then we have a president who called himself Commander-in-Chief and will not do a damn thing about that. These individuals are guilty. The little girls were able to tell the story. I don't know what's happening. What is holding on to the general minister to update Liberians on these things? Commander-in-Chief. That man is a Commander-in-Chief because he will appoint Sunshine because of his what? His social benefits. This man will send another person or Siafa Megre to another place because of what he gets from her. Socially. This man will appoint a political way for what he gets socially.
Is on the ballot.
So when John Weir say he's a Commander-in-Chief, I think what he's trying to tell us by his action is that, hey, before I can appoint, I got to kill it. So he's Commander-in-Chief. So he does not appoint, he's not appointing our sisters based on qualification. He's appointing them because he had the opportunity to enjoy himself socially. I don't want to use that other word, but that is the goal here, and that's how he appointed. Is the guy as a Commander-in-Chief, and the babies have been raped in the country, and we're not even hearing President. We have to hold a press conference on rape cases, and you call yourself Commander-in-Chief. Not a single press conference on the alarming rape cases in the country.
Yes,
not one.
Not at all.
We have not even heard the general minister to be robust in having press conferences at least every month. At least. I reached out to Hassan, who is the deputy minister. I told you, I said, look, at least once a week, you guys should have press conference on rape in Liberia. They have not been able to do that.
Man, my brother, let me just add to what you just said there. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. The rate or the issue of rape, the rate was so down to the point that people just begin afraid because everywhere, everybody knew that there is a punishment. My Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, you could go in a town where inside Liberia, you will hear somebody talking about my Ellen Johnson Sirleaf does not. You can play with anything with Ellie, but don't play with her rape business. You go rape somebody, you're done. But under this government, you elected by the people. The man does not speak to the nation. The man has no iota. He has no understanding of what he needs to do. And again, this is why we do this. Say we hate the man. Oh, they say y'all sit down here. Let's say y'all hate the man. Why we hate the man? We are telling the man, say, we gave you the nation for you to serve the people. When something is bad, come out and face in the microphone and say, I dare you try it again. My gender minister, you must carry the case to court. My police director, right after the raid has been confirmed, you must make that man to appear in court. But where is the?
Thank you, Deflo.
Where is our leader? Where is the leader of the states?
I know,
the
right?
Man is
Deflo, let me read a few comments and then we'll get our pattern statement here and close this broadcast. Folks in cyberspace, again, you are watching Focus on Liberia. This is Focus on Liberia, and you're watching the program, The Hour of Politics, with me, Anthony C. I have with me my partner, Deflo Flomo, who is in conversation with Focus on Liberia for a partnership. Deflo is a political animal, and Deflo is also an ardent supporter of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who I believe is a political destroyer, but Deflo is trying to spin it all around. Let's read some comments here quickly. Augustine Tama writes, as former president of the Republic of Liberia, I am obliged to congratulate you for maintaining peace in the midst of unfulfilled promises. Madam President, let me commend you for unveiling the hidden hands of government. You made us to know many things through your supposed transparent leadership we had never dreamed of knowing. Today, we are aware of budgetary allocation salaries of government employees, including the executive, legislative, and judiciary, and many more. Somebody there sinking a song. Tavina Co writes, where are we heading to? Why did we get here? Where is the voice of the feminist in chief? His voice disappeared. That's your answer, Tavina. Take it to the bank according to Carol's grade. Watching and listening from UK, Benjamin Behan. Tavina again, I say chemical castration plus jail time. Oh, Tavina, you said that? You want for people to be castrated? All right. Yeah. Tavina again, but the leaders themselves are rapists and sexual harasser. She's saying the leaders are rapists. I will agree because they use money to rape these girls because those young guys don't agree, but they give them money, they give them money, and those girls those girls will turn their face around and allow business to go on because that's the only way they can survive. When they should be able to create job opportunity for our sisters, but they use the opportunity that they don't have job, give them few dollars, and they will, hesitantly allow them to have their will. And so, you have a point right there.
You remember the case of that lawmaker from Grand Juda that raped that girl that was in the news? That was a lawmaker from Grand Juda.
Yeah, there's a lawmaker. Yes, I know.
That case, I'm not even sure what that case is. No, so this is where we are as a nation, though. Look, in order for people to behave, it takes one action. Look, wickedness is something that you have to nip it in the butt. Wickedness like rape, you nip it in the butt. The way you nip it in the butt, kite the damn dog, either you castrate him or you kill him. When people know that fool is gone, the next man when I want to put his pants out to rape.
All right.
You have to set the record straight. My man, if I'm a leader of the state, none of that shit can be my administration.
Oh, no. Deflo, take down with your language. We don't use that language here. You sorry, if you continue that, we'll suspend the partnership conversation. Please watch your language. Our fans don't know us to be using those colorful words. Please. Let me read this other comment from this person. Ambassador James B. Toe. D-Flow, Henry Costa, forget about Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, left work with the devil to take state power. I think he quoting somebody there. Livingstone Johnny, right? Our problem as a nation is not President. We are. But lazy Liberians, you are wrong. Liberians are not lazy. You are wrong, and D-Flow will tell you are wrong. Liberians are not lazy. Liberians in Minnesota are considered the hardest working immigrant in the United States. You are wrong. I work so hard. Every Liberian in the United States works so hard. You know why? Because the opportunity to work is here. Most of the people you see selling cold water, is that laziness? The people that go to Freeport, they don't have cream that those guys are holding back or rest and throwing it to pack it in the warehouse. Now laziness there? So stop that. Because our leaders do not create the opportunity for Liberians to be able to work. How do you expect the man who is in Grand Crew to go there? Walk? The roads are impossible. So stop that, my friend. Liberians are not lazy. If Liberians are lazy, then you are lazy too. If anything you say is true for us to agree with. Then let's continue. He said, we talk too much and nothing to support the growth of the country. Agriculture doesn't take the headline of our newspapers, but politics. Every day is the president, the finance minister, and just to name a few. My people, you take agriculture as everyday topic. Let's discuss it. My brother, I agree with you on that one. But if we start talking agriculture here, the Liberian people will not come watch it. But they will go watch Prophet Key because he's saying something, using some colorful words and talking politics. Here I focus on Liberia. We are the only platform. We continue to watch the platform. We are the only platform that talk about so many topics. Like today, we'll be talking chemistry and society. Today at 7 p.m., we'll be talking chemistry and society. You will criticize me. Will you come to watch the show? You might not come. Liberians, you are right, my friend, on this one. Liberians don't listen to other things that are important in our life. All we listen to is politics, and the politics doesn't take us somewhere. But we have a political show here, and this is a program, the Hour of Politics, and that's why you are listening to politics. And who you better talk politics with the host of the Hour of Politics and the host of the Liberian Destiny Debaters, the man D. Flo Flomo.
Let me add something to what you just said, my brother.
Go ahead.
The leaders of the states, it is saddening to have a country, the population is the least on the west coast of Africa, but yet they said our leaders are not living by good example. They have nothing to show. Can you imagine? We have one man sitting in the House of in the Senate, and here you have a bunch of old folks. So that man a bad man. He exposes us too much. Yeah. Oh, we don't want him yet. They don't want to live by examples. They are all crooks. They are thieves. They are raw and take all of the adjectives and throw on them. These people are worthless. They deserve to be put away from the Senate in the House of Representatives. They are all useless. They are useless. Can you imagine? A nation, the leader of any nation, the leaders of the nation must live by good examples. But some of them are rapists. Some of them have raped people. And where they are, they wear tie, they go sit in office, and they drive nice car. But they take the poor man, they take the poor man from Bokorima, they take the man from Bang, they take the man from other places. By the time they hear that that man told somebody $5, they say, I'll go jail the damn man. Where are we as a nation?
D-Flow, stop using those words, my man. I will suspend this conversation, though. All right. Great point there by the man D-Flow. Again, folks, we are coming to the end of this broadcast. We have been discussing the topic, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, is she a political destroyer or a political messiah? I believe Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a political destroyer, and I was able to propound that Ellen destroyed political parties. The Liberian Unification Party, the Liberian Action Party, and the Unity Party. Ellen destroyed those parties politically. Ellen did not stop there. I continue to propound. Ellen destroyed the likes of Kwiwankpa. Ellen destroyed Moses Dopo. Ellen politically crucified Edwin Snow, and Edwin Snow ceased to be speaker at the time. That was Ellen political engineering that got Edwin Snow. Listen to me. Let me land. Before you have your time. Let me land. Ellen also politically crucified Harry Graves. Ellen has so many political victims. We can talk about Judy Bryant. We can talk about Charles Taylor. We can talk about Kofi Wu, who cannot even run for office. Amara Conan was used politically. I can also say Harry Boyman Formula HB was used politically. Gafan was used politically. Many people that Ellen used politically, and these people, they have political steam on their body, and they may not survive politically. Their future politically, I continue to argue, remain bleak because of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She is indeed a destroyer politically. The greatest destruction of all was when Ellen brought war to Liberia that led to the death of 250,000, something for which she contributed $10,000. She supported Charles Taylor from the onset. Ellen was in Butuo. Ellen supported these people. Ellen felt that Charles Taylor was going to prosecute the war for her to become a leader, but Taylor was smart and outsmarted her. And so when Ellen became president, she made Taylor to pay for it, all right, by turning Charles Taylor over to be prosecuted. And Taylor today is in jail. Ellen is a political destroyer, and she has so many political victims. Last but not the least, Ellen is the reason today Joseph Yuma Boakai is now president. Ellen decided to crucify, to stab Boakai in the back, and supported the CDC and supported George Weah, thereby further damaging George Weah politically, for which George Weah is not able to go after her because she was able to give George Weah political or cato. She gave George Weah political cato, and George Weah used that political cato to matriculate to political power. So she got something on George Weah. If George Weah made any attempt to go after Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf will be able to spill the beans, and George Weah will be exposed. Ellen also did it so that she can get political protection, a protection she enjoys today, that George Weah has become politically incapacitated to prosecute Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf also had to carry Prince Johnson to George Weah just because of her own protection. So George Weah politically, his political integrity is nothing but Deflo, help me out here. You are the man that
no, I didn't say I shouldn't use the word. I'm not gonna use it. I don't want to use the adjective like
yeah, his political integrity is nothing I don't want to describe it. I will leave it right there. Yeah.
They are messing leadership. The nation is lack of leaders.
His political integrity is a complete fiasco. Deflo, your turn. Make your case.
Yeah, our nation, Liberia, a nation that will be soon to be in days will be 173 years, is missing good leaders. Most of these guys come to power, majority in a public space. I'm to say they are clean, but most of them are criminals in their jacket and clean clothes with tie on their neck, riding nice cars. But the poor people are the ones to face in the jail time when they speak against the state. But let me tell you something you talk about Madam Sally being a destroyer. And I have said, and I want to repeat myself, Madam Sally is not a destroyer. Madam Sally is a politician. And in politics, your objective is you got to do what you have to do to get to your goal. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf did everything in her way to just get that according to the science of politics. George Weah is playing the same card here. George Weah is destroying his VP, Joel Howard Taylor. He's creating this whole thing around Joel Howard Taylor for all of the people that have been with Joel Howard Taylor for decades, for all of them to say, I'm going to the CDC, I'm done with the MPP, and this is what politics is. That's why you're going to get. But I can assure George Openweah and the CDC, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is coming for y'all. She is going to make sure the way y'all put handcuffs on Charles Sirleaf. The scene where George Weah will be no more come 2030, he will be politically destroyed. Politically.
The man Deflo there making his closing argument in this broadcast here, focus on Liberia. The program that you have been watching is the Hour of Politics with me, Anthony Sie. And I want to let you know this evening at 7 p.m., I believe, Eastern Time, we will be coming up with the show Chemistry and Society. The host is the man Saki Golafale, a young brother, a young Liberian with PhD in chemistry. He's yet to break chemistry down for us and turn it into pieces for us to be able to see it. Chemistry and Society is the program. The topic, chemistry in everyday life. Have you eaten palm butter before? Have you drank palm wine? He's telling us that's chemistry right there. Have you drank Kool-Aid when you were in Liberia? You remember Kool-Aid on our school campuses? He's telling us chemistry is taking place right there. Hey, you don't want to miss the program. Many other things that he's going to break down for us. The topic, chemistry and society, and chemistry in everyday life, and the program will be chemistry and society. You do not want to miss it. Folks, this is how we'll come to the broadcast here. I focus on Liberia.
Are you gonna play our party song?
Our party song will be played. And so, folks, this is how we'll come to the end of this broadcast. I have been Anthony C, your host, along with the man D. Flomo of the Liberian Destiny Debaters. The Liberian Destiny Debaters is in conversation with Focus on Liberia for a possible partnership on our political shows. But D. Flo, you need to reduce his colorful language, or else we're going to cancel the conversation. All right, folks, we have a song for you right here. The song says, "We are all Liberians, and Liberia is our home." Listen to that song for 1 minute and tell me thank you later. Feel the love from us here at Focus on Liberia. Yeah, I Focus on Liberia. We educate, we elevate, we promote all things at Liberia. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel where we upload all our shows. Also, like our Facebook page so that you get notification when we are live. Let me tell you something. On Sunday, woo! I'll keep that one for tomorrow. Bye-bye.
We are Liberians.